Yo, what's going on, guys? My name is Chandler, or the Geek Slays, and welcome back to the Scuffed As Podcast, episode 107. That still feels wild. The fact that we've surpassed 100 episodes is crazy. Um, I don't have a ton to talk about today, mostly because I am super tired. As you can tell by the title, I'm exhausted. Um, haven't been able to sleep well recently. Insomnia is being the cruel mistress it always is. But we're here. We're chilling. How is everybody doing today? No guest this week. I tried to get a hold of some people and nothing really came through. I said a couple weeks ago, that's one of the reasons I am considering making the podcast not live anymore, is so I have more time to try to find guests. It's easier to schedule when I'm not, sitting at it has to be this specific day, this specific time. You know, if we have the ability to go, hey, whoever, I don't care who the example is. Hey, Wonder, you free on Friday instead of on Thursday or whatever, or Wednesday. Sorry. It gives me the ability to record podcasts when other people are available instead of at a specific time on a specific day every week. Podcast, no matter what, will still be live every Friday, 5 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, 7 a.m. Eastern, 4 a.m. Pacific. Yeah, those are all the correct times. 6 a.m. Central Standard Time. If you want me to cover all four, I know those are only the American ones, but I don't know every time zone and the way times work, because time zones are stupid and I hate them. But yeah, I don't know. I think I am gonna move forward with not doing them live. Uh, the last live show, I will let you know when it is the last live one, because I kind of want to send it out with a bang on that day. So I kind of want to get as many people dropping by as possible. So I'll probably create a promo for it. Um, so tomorrow, as of the day this is live, or yesterday, if you are listening to this later, March 3rd, I guess is a better way to phrase that, is the day I'm getting the tattoo that I promised you guys on the birthday stream. That was for the Bits goal. So we will 100% be getting the TikTok logo. We'll have to see if we get the other four, or the other three. I mean, sorry, get all four is what I was going for. So TikTok, YouTube, Mixer, and Twitch. I don't know. We'll see if I can afford to do that. What goes on? Hopefully, I can get all four and we can show it off tomorrow. Um, Kind of excited about it. Kind of nervous because obviously it's my first tattoo. Going to a place I don't know anybody who's gotten tattooed here, but I also couldn't find a artist around here who had tattooed anybody I knew. So we're just going with the flow. I started. I'm gonna be jumping around all sorts of places this episode, so be prepared for full ADHD mode. Um, but the I just totally lost my train of thought. Whoa. Uh, but no, little nervous first tattoo, trying to regain what I was about to say before I so rudely interrupted myself. It'll probably come back later. I wish I had the money to get the other tattoos I want. I've had plans for a bunch of them for like my entire life. I want to get the anarchy symbol on this bicep, on this forearm. It's going to be a gravestone, a bunch of vines and the woods and stuff behind it with the Grim Reaper overlooking it. And then when people I care about die, I can get their names tattooed on that gravestone. As a way to always carry them with you. Um, this arm, I'm just going to go full sleeve of nerdy stuff. We're starting it tomorrow with the logos. But eventually, like right here, I want to get Cap's shield, probably, different stuff like that. I've even considered going all the way up to the hand and doing the Infinity Gauntlet, like getting all the stones and stuff, so I can, yeah. I think it would be interesting. Don't know if I want to tattoo my hand, though, so that one's tough. Never been a big hand tattoo guy, but I think it would look cool, so we'll have to see about that one, I guess. Get the Stark gauntlet so it can be red and gold. I don't know. Oh, what I was gonna say is I got some acne stuff like face wash and all that shit. Started using it, and since I started using it, my acne has been so much worse that I'm absolutely gonna stop using it. This fucking guy right here, awful. This guy right here, awful. This guy on my chin, these guys right here, like it just broke out so much worse. So we're gonna have to go ahead and cancel doing that. Pretty sure another one of my teeth is falling apart, so that's good. I was cursed with terrible teeth, which isn't great. I like having teeth, but my body does not. So we'll probably be losing those sooner or later, and my guess is probably sooner, which is annoyingly tough. I do want to say real quick before we get into too much other stuff that we have some huge stuff coming up. Some of it I cannot talk about yet. Got a couple people creating shows that we're going to be on. That's as far into it as I'm going to get, but I'm very excited for you guys to see the content that comes out of those, because I think even if I wasn't on it, the idea for some of this stuff is wildly awesome, and I can't wait for you guys to see that. I have some big stuff coming up. I've talked about how I'm going to change my stream schedule and not do the podcast live anymore. That's going to bring some other cool changes to the stream as a whole, so I can't wait to show those off. I'm not going to delve too deep into it because I kind of want it to be a surprise. But don't be fully surprised if soon-ish I take a small, brief stint away. Not even a week, but a couple days to get everything shored up once that happens. Hopefully we will be returning with the Tag Team Challenge either this week or next week. Can't be sure yet. Me and Hero are still talking. Let's see. So this episode is titled I'm Exhausted. And other than the fact that I haven't slept in like 28 hours, which that's enough reason to be exhausted, I'm also just mentally drained. Elden Ring last Friday really took it out of me. Me and Elden did not get along at all. Just so you know. Yeah, we were not friends with Elden Ring this time. I've never played a Souls style game, Dark Souls, Bloodborne, that style of game. Not my cup of tea. I get angry too fast. You guys remember watching me play Getting Over It with Bennett Foddy and shattering a fucking mouse? That almost happened again. It's a tough game. I see the value in those type of games. I just don't see the value in myself playing them. Not my style. So I'm sure I will. Well, depending on if Steam accepts my refund request or not, which it's Steam, so probably not. Which means I might play it eventually, but I doubt it. I will probably for sure watch the storyline stuff on YouTube somewhere later, because I'm sure somebody's going to turn those into a full video, just like they do with any campaign. They just go, here's the story, fuck all the other shit. And that's what I'll have to do, because the gameplay's just not for me, man. And I see the value in it. I see why people enjoy it. It's just not mine. That's not where I'm at. And, that's fine. But you do what you got to do. Wild. Oh, hold on. So on TikTok, I've finally been uploading draft hat videos again pretty consistently. And some of the takes I've seen of people trying to pretend, oh, God, sorry, Elite Takes, didn't mean to. I don't know what this guy wants. He wants me to do a draft hat, but without the filter. Like, just pick a team. So just pick the best players in the league? I don't know what he wants. That's a weird way to talk about shit. But no. So I took, like today, I took Washington's offensive line instead of Terry McLaurin. The number 6 ranked offensive line in the league. A good O-line is more important than a wide receiver. I think the Bengals should have proven that to everyone. I love Jamar. I don't think the Bengals get where they got without Jamar. But, like, trying to say that, well, they could have taken Sewell and that would have fixed all the problems. No. But in this case, it is an entire offensive line versus one receiver. Give me the entire O-line. Like, this isn't an argument. Do you want the left tackle or the receiver? No. It is, do you want the receiver or your 5 starting offensive linemen? But yeah, they don't have a good O-line is one thing I kept hearing. It's like, it's 6th best in the league, but okay. And honestly, it's all because Taylor Heinicke holds the ball too long. I love Taylor. But the Washington O-line is credited with having the 2nd most time allowed in the pocket. So the time for your quarterback to be able to sit in the pocket, they are not tied for 2nd, tied for 1st with the Eagles. So what I hear when I say that is they're giving their quarterback every chance to succeed, and he's just holding the ball too long and taking sacks. And you can't do that. Obviously I get a ton of requests, but yeah. Everybody wants to argue with me, but it's dumb. And then they were like, so Packers O-line, you'd rather have that than Davante Adams? It's like, yeah, I would. If I'm building a team today and you told me I could take the Packers starting O-line, which it's a draft hat, we're assuming everybody's fully healthy. So I get Bakhtiari, I get Jenkins, I get the fully healthy Packers O-line. I'm taking that every day over Tay. I'm sorry, I just am. Because a good O-line's more important than a wide receiver. Just is. We can fill out a wide receiver core to be decent. But a good O-line's hard to come by. Yeah, it's tough. Then somebody tried to tell me the Broncos defense was washed. I'm sorry. Yeah, it was in, 2019. It's rebuilt since then. Sure, they lost Von Miller. They don't have the pass rush solution that they used to. But I'm sorry. When your secondary and your linebacking core is that good and you still do have Bradley Chubb, you can repair the holes in that defensive line in an offseason, and it wouldn't take much. There's going to be a ton of good edge rushers available and good defensive tackles, let's be honest. They don't need to get they don't need to come across TJ Watt. They need, somebody more like a Bud Dupree last year or a Hassan Reddick. Those are the guys that would make the biggest difference, I think. Then yesterday, so today, I picked Pete Carroll over Tyler Lockett and the Seahawks defense. Those were the three things we needed: a head coach, a defense, and a receiver. Had somebody try to tell me Pete Carroll was terrible until I laid all the facts on the table, and then they kind of shut the fuck up, as they always do when they get called out for being stupid. Somebody tried to tell me Travis Kelce wasn't the best tight end in football, which the only argument that I truly understand is George Kittle. The dude can't stay healthy. But then they tried to tell me they would take Gronk right now over Travis Kelce, and no. Didn't even have a response to that one. And then imagine taking Kelce over Tyreek. Yeah, I took the best tight end in football over an overrated receiver. A guy who slots somewhere between 10 and 20. He is not a top 10 receiver. I should say 11 and 20 because I don't have him in my top 10. He's not that guy. That film review will be coming soon. I'm trying to decide if it's a YouTube video or a TikTok video. Either way, though, it will be up soon. Possibly next week. We'll see how I'm feeling tomorrow. Especially post-tattoo. We'll see how I'm feeling about recording videos. Or ones that are that difficult. Somebody trying to tell me Darnell Mooney is a better player than Darnell Mooney is better than Allen Robinson because Robinson only had 400 yards this year. Yeah, dumbass, that's not how that fucking works. First of all, injuries exist in real life. Allen Robinson was injured. Then he tried to say, well, the dude just can't stay healthy then. It's like, no, he can. Jedi, you fucker. How you doing, man? It's good to see you. I'm a little annoyed with you, but it's good to see you anyways. How you doing, my friend? One injury in the last 3 years does not make him injury prone or make it so he never stays healthy. He's constantly healthy. He had one down year where he wasn't getting used in the offense anyways, so like it didn't even matter. People trying to argue DK Metcalf is better than Tyler Lockett are a little goofy. DK doesn't do anything better than Lockett except be a little more physical. What did you do? I messaged you on Discord last night, and you never responded, and I'm a little sad. You know why? Because my plan was to try to get you to be the guest today on the show because I couldn't find a different guest, and I know we had talked about it. Didn't know if you had to work or not, but hey, it's all good. It is what it is. We do need to plan that, but it should actually be easier soon because within the next couple of weeks, the podcast is no longer going to be a live thing. So, it is what it is. But no worries, man. I'm just, I was just surprised. You're normally very on top of replying on Discord. No. So, my bad. I don't get notifications for DM. No worries, bro. You're all good. Don't even worry about it. You're all good. What is that? Is that a thing that Twitch actually sends you? Because now I really want one if it is. It's a plaque. It says presented to the streamer's name. And then, it's a plaque that says presented to the Geek Slays for passing 10,000 followers. I want one. I want one bad. Oh, we just got you do work today, next Wednesday you're off. All right, we'll have to we'll have to talk, but I also have to figure out. I won't really know my plans until tomorrow. Once I get the tattoo and know how much money I have left, it's going to decide what other stream stuff I'm getting done. And I'd if like next week is going to be the last live episode, then I think I'm going to have Wonder back on. Just because, he's been the co-host and been here for all of the biggest moments of the podcast. So if it's next week, that's the last live one, I want him on it. If it's not, it'll be you. That will be the plan, at least for now. God, the internet kind of sucks today in trying to help me talk about stuff. FaZe Mew on Twitter asked, is gaming still fun for you, or does it feel like a job now? Depends on the game. I'd say a solid 70% of the time, Fortnite feels like a job and less like a fun gaming experience. But that's like just Fortnite, And maybe, just maybe, it's because I play too much of that goddamn game. That is a possibility that I'm willing to accept and talk about. I also want to say, this might be the best Fortnite season I have ever had. So I'm on Fortnite Tracker right now. And currently, just in squad... Nope, that's my lifetime, not my Chapter 3. Currently, in Chapter 3, in squads, I win 48.6% of my squad's games. If we get into a full squad, we win 50% of the time. And I have a KD of 9.17. I'm averaging almost 10 kills and winning 50% of my games this season, which is just buck wild. It's just buck wild. I also find this interesting. In duos, according to Fortnite Tracker, actually, never mind. That is less impressive than I thought. I'm in the top 3,000 Fortnite players in the world, according to Fortnite Tracker, so I will take it. I think that's what that's saying. They lay out their website weird, and their words weird. Yeah. I'm a little annoyed. Sometime this season, I got my 200th win, and I don't know what game it was, and it's a little sad. It also sucks. I do not have a solo win this season in Fortnite yet, which, with the season ending soon-ish, I'm going to have to do an entire stream dedicated to getting a solo win and, not ending the stream until I finally get it. Just something that has to be done. I wonder if I've ever had a season better than this. The amount of wins and the KD. KD of 4.18. 3.2 last season. Chapter 2, Season 7. 3.6. 2.1. 1.67. 1.65. 1.73. Nope. This is the best I've ever been at Fortnite, ladies and gentlemen. You are seeing peak geek. Peak geek. Everybody loves a little peak geek, right? Don't know why I'm getting caught up in that. Apparently, Fortnite is not having a event for the end of the season, which kind of sucks. But, I mean, that's been the track record, right? Chapter 1, Season 1, we didn't get an event. Chapter 2, Season 1, we didn't get an event. So I guess it makes sense that we're not going to get one at the end of Chapter 3, Season 1. Um, but also, this guy tells the truth. Sorry, going back to the is gaming still fun for you, or does it feel like a job? This guy goes, it doesn't feel like a job at all. The games out right now are just kind of boring at the moment. That's 100% valid. I get bored quite easily with the games that we are playing, or the games that are out and we are able to play. They annoy me at this exact moment. Um, yeah, I don't know. I also want to look into restarting a community Minecraft server, but I need to reach out to some people and see if they're interested in doing it again. The MLB has officially postponed their season, which is stupid. Like that's so dumb. Apparently, Rob Manfred, the guy, the dumbass who is in charge of all of it, said he laughed about it, and people are annoyed that he laughed, obviously. But like, we are talking about the guy who cut 42 minor league teams just out of existence, and then called the World Series trophy just a hunk of metal. The top prize in the biggest baseball league in the world, and it's just a hunk of metal. It's all the game's about, is the hunk of metal. So, yeah, that's just dumb. There's a lot of weird reports coming out today. So, the NFL scouting combine is starting technically tomorrow, but all of the scouts and GMs and leadership for NFL teams are in Indy right now, along with a bunch of the college players, to sit down, and a lot of them are talking with each other and whatever. Some of the interviews are weird, man. Like the Eagles made a quarterback. Jedi's going to love this one. The Eagles made Sam Howell, the quarterback prospect, take 5 jump shots for some reason. And he only went 2 of 5. And then he said, I don't think they liked me. What the fuck do you need to see him take jump shots for? Speaking of MLB postponing, do we have a situation where MLB The Show gets pushed back as well? No. I don't think that. I honestly don't think there will be any correlation between the two. I guess, maybe. Um, I guess maybe you don't want your game out if the league is dead. Ooh, actually, that's interesting because I guess without the CBA being done, there's a lot of weird shit that could go on with the show. That's actually a much more intriguing question than I thought. Yeah, you saw that? Yeah, dude, that's Howie Roseman. How fucking high are you today, buddy? Um, MLB The Show. Um, RBI Baseball 22 has been canceled, which is interesting. Real Sport 101 says MLB The Show 22 is already on the minds of many, obviously, because it's great. Could the lockout affect the release date? We're also less than a month away from the planned reveal for the game, which could include confirmed release date, cover star, and more. Wonder who the cover star will be this year. We're expecting the show to have a release date of April 19th. Landing a bit sooner or later wouldn't be too surprising. Much of that looks increasingly in question as the lockout rolls. I don't care about the actual information about the lockout. I just want to know. So, I guess part of the CBA between the MLBPA and the MLB has to do with the commercial usage of player likenesses on MLB properties or content. Since the lockout began, all imagery of active players, including headshots, has been removed from MLB Network and MLB.com content as they shifted to classic games and retrospective content to fill the gap. MLB The Show 22 hinges heavily on having the official players center stage, and the game itself basically can't operate as intended without them. If the MLB lockout continues for several more weeks, we could see significant delays in the announcements of MLB The Show. And its release date could be postponed. Yeah, I guess I was right. I mean, the CBA and player likenesses thing, it could cause a problem. And who knows, depending on how long this goes, we might not see MLB The Show this year. Ohtani, I'm guessing is what you meant, but autocorrect's a bitch. Yep, Ohtani. It would make sense. This article I just realized is pretty old, so it absolutely could be Ohtani. It is Ohtani. Okay, good to know. Good to know. I just double checked, but yeah, it is Ohtani, which I mean makes sense. Shohei Ohtani might have had the greatest baseball season in MLB history last year. Like, didn't the dude lead the league in home runs while also being a double-digit win starting pitcher? Like, Shohei Ohtani is our generation's Babe Ruth, and I'm going to make the argument that he is better than Babe Ruth. But I also live in the idea of Babe Ruth in his prime was about the same athlete I am right now, which is not a very good one. Yeah, so in 2021, he had 46 home runs, and where's his pitching stats? He went 9-2. So sorry, I guess he didn't get the 10 wins mark, but he went 9-2. 3.18 ERA. Gave up 98 hits. Only 15 home runs. Blah, 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 blah. He was averaging 10.8 strikeouts per 9 innings. And he did get an MVP vote. He won a Silver Slugger. And he was an All-Star. Wait, or did he win the MVP? No, he won the MVP. That's even better. Like, yeah. Insane year. He won. Vlad Guerrero Jr. finished in second. Marcus Semien, which is going to be the most surprising name ever on an MVP list, finished in third. Aaron Judge in fourth. Carlos Correa fifth. For the NL MVP, it was Bryce Harper. Why do I not remember any of this? According to Game Pass, the release date of the show is April 4th, so we'll see. That's going to be a tough target to hit with the MLB and the Player Association not reaching an agreement yet. Fuck, Brandon Crawford got MVP votes? What was the last year of baseball? Why do I not remember it? Because none of this makes sense. Brandon Crawford has always been mediocre as shit. Like, what? What other weird names are on here? A bunch of people I don't recognize. Apparently, I just don't watch baseball anymore. Adam Wainwright got votes? What? Pause. Adam Wainwright got votes. Did Jacob deGrom not play at all? He didn't play much. Okay. That's fair then. That's fair. I was going to say, Jacob deGrom, when I remember talking about him, had like under a 1 ERA. Like Jacob deGrom's that dude, man. He is that dude. He still got a Cy Young vote, even after only playing in 15 games. Somebody was still like, he's still the best pitcher in our league. That just is what it is. Adam Wainwright got 3 for some reason though, and that bugs me. That doesn't feel right. Probably because the only game I saw Adam Wainwright pitch was in Colorado, because I was at a Rockies game. Rockies Cardinals. Because just like every other season ever, when a big name Rockies player disappears, gets traded, signs with a new team, whatever, I always go to their reunion game. I was there when Tulo came back, Troy Tulowitzki, when he came back with who did he come back with? The Blue Jays. Carlos Gonzalez, his first game back, I was there. Like, if a player leaves Colorado, I am there for their return game, for the ovation and for everything. So I was there for Nolan's return. Which, if I remember correctly, Adam Wainwright did start. Regular season series. The Rockies won it. It must have been this one. Yeah, Adam Wainwright did start, and what did the Rockies do? I know Elias Diaz hit a walk-off home run. That was sick. I guess Wainwright didn't do too bad in that game. It just felt like he wasn't pitching well. He gave up 2 runs in the second inning. Pretty sure it was a Brendan Rodgers home run, if I remember correctly. Yeah, it was. 451 dead center. Obviously, the Rockies winning games by only hitting home runs. That sounds about accurate. But, wow. I hope the show doesn't get pushed back. I'm ready for a new MLB game. I'm a big fan of the show as a video game, and I wanna play it. So hopefully it doesn't get pushed back. But if it does, it does, because I'd rather get pushed back than lose everything else. iCarly has officially announced it is getting a season 2. Which is interesting because it existed before season 1. But whatever. We promise it's all for real. Second season premiering April 8th. Let's go. April 8th. I'm ready. I want to see it. PS5 giveaway that I'm never going to win. PS5 is also a thing I think I'm never going to own as much as I want one. I just don't think they are an actual product. I don't believe any human actually owns one. It's all a sham. Ooh, shit. More images of the Assassin's Creed skin in Fortnite that you told me about, Jedi? Whew. It is. Like, you got the item shop pictures for it, but these are like the in-game. It looks nice, and I hate it, because that means I have to spend more money on Fortnite. But, yeah, I mean, what can you do? I mean, what's to be done at this point? Oh, God. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what baseball should do to fix their shit, because, like, as a fan of a small market team and a kind of a fan of another small market team, you have no shot. because there is no salary cap. But I think that's what makes baseball great. The players can demand what they're worth and get it. You know, Mike Trout, Bryce Harper getting $300, $400, $500 million contracts. They get it. And honestly, they should probably get more, especially now. Patrick Mahomes is playing 17 games a year and getting $500 million. Mike Trout's playing 162. He should be getting, $162 million a year, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Battle Pass skins for Season 3, Chapter 2. I want TMNT skins in the game. I don't want them to be in a Battle Pass. I'm sick of the Battle Pass being collabs. It takes away from it. The best Battle Passes have always been ones that weren't collabs. Chapter 1, Season 2, when you got the Black Knight and the Sparkle Specialist. Chapter 1, Season 3, when you got John Wick and the Astronauts was dope. Was it Season 4 or Season 5 where you had... it was Season 5 where you had Drift and Ragnarok. Like, you need... The Fortnite-designed skins are just cooler for the Battle Pass. And the TMNT stuff, I think, would go better in the store. Mostly because how would you do it? Would you just say you get one Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle and then you just get to change the pickaxes and the headband eye mask things? I don't know exactly what you'd call them. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Either it would be the entire Battle Pass or it would feel cheapened by it just being one skin combined to make 12. And either way, I don't love the idea of that. Oh my God, we are 4 followers away from 4. We are 10 followers away from 400 on Twitch. Hopefully we can hit that by the end of March. That's the goal. That is the goal. It's a new goal that I just came up with while sitting here because just found out. But, it is what it is. But like I said, next week for YouTube videos, I think I'm going to do a Tyreek Hill film breakdown because I think those are interesting. We'll jump into another old COD game since that's kind of been a thing we're doing now is going back and replaying some of the old CODs. Can't do all of them because I no longer own all of them because I don't own a 360 or a PS3 anymore. So I don't own the games. Because that was back in the day when I had to buy everything on disc because we didn't have internet good enough to download shit at all. Like, you guys know it takes me hours/days to download games now. Back then, it would have been months. Get one for hitting level 100 and get the other 3 by grinding extra levels past 100. That wouldn't be terrible, but I don't know. I don't know. Dolphins GM Chris Greer says the door is shut on Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson. We getting any new reports of Deshaun Watson to the Vikings? Anything new today? The Dolphins and Giants are officially out. So the Bucks, Panthers, Broncos, Vikings, Saints, Eagles, and Commanders remain in question. Asked about the poor perception of this year's draft class of QBs, Vikings general manager Kwesi Adofo-Mensah noted that the class with Patrick Mahomes and Deshaun Watson was also looked at negatively, which is valid. Yeah, I don't know. Vikings Twitter's in a weird spot because nobody really knows what they want to do. Some random person's mock draft has the Vikings trading out of their pick to the Texans and the Texans taking Gardner. Why are we out? Where did our pick go? Oh. Texans get the 12th pick in Deshaun Watson trade. I'm down. As long as the legal stuff's done and we know he can play, give me Deshaun. Like, I don't even care. He's a piece of shit or not. Fuck it. Call him a piece of shit. I'm fine. Let's all agree to do that. As a Vikings fan, Deshaun Watson makes us a Super Bowl contender like that. We would be the Rams of last year. Sure, we had a guy. I think Kirk Cousins and Jared Goff are kind of at similar points where they aren't bad, but they aren't good enough. Like, they can take you pretty far, but they can't get there. Where I think Deshaun Watson would be the move, where we have to eat a lot. We have to eat Kirk's salary and then take on Deshaun's for that commitment to we're going to win this year. And we definitely have the pieces. Sure, our defense needs a little help, but it is what it is. I'm down. No. Kirk Cousins does not sit anywhere near Watson talent-wise. Please, if that is your opinion, sit the fuck down. Yikes. This Arizona Cardinals fan says that they should trade Kyler Murray to the Vikings for Kirk Cousins. Just straight up. Fucking do it. GG. Cardinals have fun being awful for the next 20 years. Yeah, okay. I think as much as it's another short episode, I think I'm going to wrap up right there. Don't really have much else to talk about. Super tired. So, I'm going to go hang out, get a little rest, and go get a tattoo tomorrow. That should be exciting. So, thanks for watching. Catch y'all in the next one. Peace. Bye, Jedi.